want to continue my story times, particularly from high school. So, remember when I said the Somali girls and the Ethiopian girls, or like just one girl, they were like excluding me and stuff like that. And prior to them excluding me, one of the Somali girls, the first girl that I met, in my high school, my new high school, Queen Elizabeth Secondary School. And the other girl, I actually met her on my other high school, Frank Hurt Secondary School. And then I remember the first day I met her was like in an ESL class. And then again, she was like trying to get my attention because I speak Arabic. She was talking to her brother in Arabic, and she was like looking at me trying to get my attention. And then I'm like, okay. And then I just moved to Queen Elizabeth because they had more English classes. And then she ended up transferring there. But yeah, when I transferred there, I met this Somali girl. It was in an ESL English class. Duh. And then her too, she was being really friendly. She was like reading my body language. She wanted to get really close to me. We automatically became friends because she was being too pushy. And then I remember, I don't know, but she made it like she guessed that I speak Arabic, but I think she heard something about me. It's like she was doing an assignment on me, to keep an eye or some shit. So we started hanging out, and then I met the two Fiji girls through her. Amazing, right? And then one of the Fiji girls, she was asking me what did I wanted to do with my life, blah blah blah, like after high school, and I didn't take it as like something bad because I'm like, okay, this is my friend, like we just want to know, what we're going to do after high school, blah blah blah. And here's the strange part. She wanted to do business. She's like, I want to do business. I'm like, okay, there's nothing wrong with it, right? But when I was in Frank Hurt, the other high school, I was taking business class, and I was doing really well. And then my teacher at the time, he was Chinese. Sketchy, right? Again, I'm not racist, but I felt like they were like using my information against me. But why would she want to take business you know what I mean? It's weird, like at the other high school, like after I met her through the other Somali girl, right? And then remember when I said the other Indian teacher was like stealing my work and giving it to this another Indian kid? One day I got like 60 credit, right? Like in high school. I was not expecting to get like 60 credit. And then she was again trying to hide it. She was trying to make it look like I didn't work for it. The Fiji girl that wanted to take business, that's why I'm like, it's too sketchy for her to take business and then to make that comment for me, like, oh, I didn't deserve the 60 credit, blah blah blah, like I didn't work hard for it. Like it was weird. Yeah, so like again, like I'm not gonna profile anyone without you moving as a collective, because like you're using my information against me and stuff. Like, why would you say that? You know what I mean? Automatically I'm gonna profile if you're gonna do shit like that. It's just, it is what it is. And one time I remember, again, like in different class, it was a white teacher who I like, by the way. I think it was social studies. I think it was social studies. I'm not sure. But anyways. Oh yeah, okay. It's social studies, because I was taking two classes, with that teacher. It was communications and social studies. And I remember we were supposed to like partner and stuff like that. And then it was weird, okay? Like everybody got their partner, and then they left this Fiji girl alone. Not Fiji, she's Indian. I don't know why I said she's Fiji. They left her alone, and then I was like working with her. She's like, you have to do most of the work. Again, she automatically assumed that I'm not going to do most of the work. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna do shit like that, because I have nothing to hide, so I'm not gonna do any work. So, and then the teacher, she was like, she picked up on it. She's like, why didn't you do the presentation with her? Presentation. I'm like, I don't know, I just felt like I shouldn't do it. I was like stressed out and stuff. And then that's another point, because the other teacher, the Indian teacher, our ESL teacher, whatever you want to call her, she want us to do presentations all the time. Why is that? It was weird, you know what I mean? And then, because again, after it got really overwhelming, and I'm like, why are we doing a lot of presentation, just presentation? She wants us to talk about our countries. Like, it's weird. You guys know I'm from Ethiopia and Sudan, but I'm like 90% European. I'm not, African. You know what I mean? I don't have a lot of African genetics in me, but it got really overwhelming. Like, I was working or some shit, man. And then yeah, because again, I have to talk about like my country, which is like Ethiopia against like me, like Semitic, and Sudan against Semitic, Arabic. Like, it got really, really overwhelming. Like, out of all things, she didn't teach us about copywriting, but she was teaching us about presentation. What do you want me to represent? Looking back, like, what the fuck, And then same teacher, right? The ESL teacher, whatever. She give us, I don't know, like this class, because they do assign you classes, right? So she assigned us a class. She made a plea for us to get math classes for ESL students. And then I remember the teacher, again, she's one of them, she's Indian. And then she's like, let's have fun, right? And that's like the thing that I remember. I don't remember her teaching us math. Again, guess what she was talking about? She was talking about just the media, questioning us a lot about the media and stuff like that. And I was getting all the correct answers, you know what I mean? It's like they were testing me if I know, about celebrities and stuff. It was really weird, you know what I mean? Looking back. Anyways, so so the Somali girl, right? After I met her at Frank Hurt, after she moved to Queen Elizabeth, sorry, I'm under the weather. She was talking a lot about Saudi Arabia. I'm like, why are you talking about Saudi Arabia a lot? It's super weird, again, because I'm mainly I'll say European 90%, and then I'll say the next one would be like Arab, and like Saudi Arabia and Turkish, right? But yeah, I'm like, why are you talking about that? It's super weird, because they were there with her family, and I felt like she was trying to keep her connections. She only says that when like there's like other people around us, especially like when there's like white people around us, it's like she's trying to make a business connection or something. And that's like one thing I remembered about those Somali girls. It's like whenever I have like connections, like when I'm like trying to like connect with like other people, it's like mainly like white people. They want to be in my circle, and then they want to say like, oh, we speak Arabic, or like I'm from Saudi Arabia. I'm like, girl, like, why are you doing that? It's weird, but she's not doing it like in front of other minorities, except when there's like other white people around. Like, it's weird. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, remember the lady that I told you about that sat really close to me in college? Yeah, her too. She was trying to, I think she was trying to keep her connection too, because she said her husband was working in Saudi Arabia and stuff. And she sat close to me. I'm like, why are you sitting close to me? It's weird. And then I got a job in Weyburn. And then I met another lady. They're both from the Philippines, by the way. So she's like, I was in Saudi Arabia. She wanted to like get close to me as well, And the thing is, like, I don't have a problem being friendly with other people, but just I don't like when people have motives, Just do your job and fucking leave me alone, I don't give a fuck. Like, dead ass, man. And the sketchy girl, or the Fiji girl, she and her family moved to where we used to live in Newton, where I used to take buses to go to my school, right? to Queen Elizabeth Secondary School, but they moved after, we graduated from high school and, we're college and stuff like that. And then her brother went to, sorry, that's my, my bones cracking. They went to, I would say her brother, not her and her brother, but just her brother. Let me correct that. My bones just cracking out of nowhere. Her brother was going to Frank Hurt, and I think this is so sketchy. And then looking back, because her name, okay, so my name is Sarah, right, with an S, and all of my siblings, their names start with an S. So Sarah, Samson, Sunday, and Samuel. And then her name, the future girl, is Stephanie. And let me tell you, her brother's name, wait for it, Steven. What the fuck? Like, bro. And then I remember in high school, because I told you guys, I'm mainly 40% British, right? For their vacation, they're always going, guess where? To England. Why? Why is that, y'all? Like, I want to know, why are you guys so obsessed? In terms of, like, representation and stuff, so the reason I'm bringing it up right now is because, I feel like they're trying to get me to be homeless, because, like, I'm, like, looking at other options, right? They want to be close to me so bad, and I'm like, I don't want to, be with you guys. Remember when I said, like, white prisoners, they get less time in jails and stuff like that, and they know about, white genetics and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't want to be homeless and share, like, a large room with others, if you know what I mean. Am I racist? If it's not planned, then if they're homeless, then I'm just there and they're homeless, not by accident, then yeah. But you guys are planning for me to be homeless so you can get close to me, right? And then because I'm really good at nurturing and I'm really inspiring, so I feel like they're trying to get something from me for free, because I was, like, in a women's shelter. It was very safe, by the way. And then the white women there, they're not, going out of their way to get me out of the shelter by force. They're like, because they know I'm in a dangerous situation for the women's shelter, right? But the others, it's mainly this, like, it's Native women. They're trying, and Native and Chinese women, they're trying by force. They're putting fear in my head. They're like, you have to, get out of here by force, And I'm like, why are you guys doing that? First of all, you didn't build it, so why the heck do you care, right? You're just there to do your job, right? Yeah, so I feel like they're trying to put me in a situation where I can just, like, help them for free. And I'm like, I'm not working for free, No, I'm not gonna share, like, a large room with others because you want something from me and I'm not giving you, because, again, I'm a caregiver, you know what I mean? I'm a healthcare provider. Again, they chose me to be in a homeless shelter by force, by chasing me away from work. And now when I'm, like, trying to return to work, they're scaring me. They want me to be in a shelter where I can, like, motivate them and stuff. I'm just gonna complain like this if you guys keep doing shit like that, Yeah, so it's like they want to, they don't want me to work, so I don't have options just to sit and help them, which is crazy, I'm not doing it, And then, because I have my, like, my license and my experience. You guys didn't teach me shit, by the way. I'm not helping you. You're on your own. I think they just want publicity, again, because my features are mainly white, you know what I mean? And it's just me. I don't know if it's the Italian in me. I don't know if it's the French in me because of my fashion sense. But the Italian in me, I like to decorate. I like to paint up and stuff like that, And I'm not bringing your value up for free, I'm not going to wear your products for free, you know what I mean? Just because I bought a product from like, Chinese store doesn't mean I'm going to represent every Chinese person I see. That's not my job, Just like when I go out, I see, like, a white person, I don't think, like, oh my gosh, this white person is going to represent me. No, because I have my own YouTube platform, right? What the fuck, man? I don't know. Like, I don't know where you guys are getting this information from, that I do shit for free. I don't do anything for free, So, yeah. And the reason I brought up my career is because a lot of homeless people, I'm not sure, but you guys are showing me your weaknesses, and I'm good at psychology. You want me to sit there and cancel you? Go to a fucking counselor and leave me alone. Stop asking me for free shit. I work in the medical field, and then in my free time, I do learn about psychology because I was going to take psychology, you know, get a degree, whatever, but I'm really good at it. So I'm like, there's no point of getting the license. But even if I'm not going to get the license, it doesn't mean I'm just going to cancel you for free. Are you dumb? No. I'm not going to be there in your presence and heal you for free. You're not going to do that. That's not how you help your people. If you're doing that, because I told you guys about the women that were working in the shelter, the women's shelter. They were like, literally every time like I'm getting structure, especially like the native lady, look, when I sleep, as soon as I close my eyes, she make noise. She wakes me up on purpose, and I think that contributed to my injury. You know what I mean? Because like I called my mom and I'm like, like this woman like in the shelters, you know what I mean? And she's like, what race are they? I'm like, they're Asian. She's like, what kind of Asian? I'm like, she's native. I'm like, just say she's native. I'm like, no, but she is trying to make me lose my job because there's other Filipino ladies there. If you are helping other race, then I'm gonna like put you in the same category as them, you know what I mean? Deadass, because like I helped some natives, and I'm not gonna tell their names, like the good natives, right? Because I know as an African myself, I don't associate with some Africans because of class reasons, but this lady doesn't understand that. She's trying to help other Asians at my expense, and she doesn't know she's hurting herself because this is her country, right? Like I'm helping you, like you're trying to put me in a shelter that you don't understand. But anyways, but yeah, as soon as I'm getting ready for work for tomorrow, say whatever, right, she makes noise, sleep deprivation. Why is she doing that? Like, it's weird, right? And then when I go to work, say like when I leave the house, whatever, because they do wait for you, so they cause an insecurity, and then someone that looks like them, they come out of nowhere, right? And then they try to compete with you after they caused you this disability, whatever. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is this, you guys? I want to know. I was taking a walk, and then there is this shelter, right? And then there is this sushi store, right? And then this native lady, she like came out of nowhere. She's like, sister. I'm like, no, I don't know you, like, no, okay, so I'm gonna say anything. I'm like, why are you calling me sister? I ran, same with yesterday, because again, I feel like they harass me. It's like mainly like Indians yesterday that were like harassing me. First, when I like left the hospital because I was at work again, they're trying to make me lose my job, and I was like reading my schedules and stuff. So this couple, I think there were a couple of like older Filipino couples. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I was just walking home from work, particularly to my hotel room, and then they were blocking my way, and then as I look over, there was someone selling a house that looks like them. But prior to that, from far away, because I was like looking in the neighborhood, because I told them I don't want to do business with them, right? I was looking like at houses that are like being sold by white people, and then they came out of nowhere and like, we can sell it for you. I'm like, no. And then from there, I think they're strategically like planned out where I'm gonna walk and stuff. And then from there, I kept seeing the same realtor like all over the place. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't care. Your image is not that strong. I don't give a fuck, So, and yeah, so like when I was walking, right, the native lady, she was like, sister. I'm like, no, we're not sisters. This is not true sisterhood. I don't know what the heck are you talking about, because there's like the sushi store, and then there's other stuff. And then yeah, speaking of stuff, because I say stuff in my YouTube channel, and then there's like homeless native guy, like he was like pushing his stuff in the cart, like very strategically done again. I don't know. The business strategy just sucks, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't have problems with the native community, you know what I mean? But the smart ones, they understand that lower class people don't influence them through race, so they avoid them at all costs, you know what I mean? And I worked with those kind of natives before, you know. Me as an African, you know, that like came here, yeah, because they do want me to represent them, some Africans, as soon as I get successful, I'm black, right? And I'm like, I don't know you guys. No, you know? So, yeah. They get prideful. They're like, oh, black something. No, there's no such a thing, okay? Because I literally witnessed some... Because I can see, like, things from, like, far away. Especially Filipinos. They get jealous over the natives here. FYI. So, yeah. Anyways, so that's that. I'm not gonna say anything because that's your community. If you want to help them, then help them, but don't include me. Remember, I said I have Japanese in me, but I'm not gonna, help you build your community. If you're gonna move as a collective, then yeah, that's your job. Because remember, a little bit of Japanese, okay? If you're, being racist, that means you don't accept other parts of me, so you don't need my help, right? But if you are honest and say, oh my gosh, I want to social climb instead of lying, starting race war for no reason, then I'm not going to help you. Just like how I hold the African community accountable, I'm going to hold y'all accountable too. It's business. I don't care about race. I told you, I don't give a fuck, So, yeah. Even now, because, like, I'm, like, moved away, like, my own blood family members, I don't even include them in my career, you know what I mean? Unless if it's, like, my image, because, like, we share the same image and stuff. But I'm not gonna, like, take them to where I work and, and say, oh, this is my family, blah, blah, blah. Unless if they're my kids, because I want to, like, pass down that legacy. I do take my son to work sometimes because, I want them to, learn my work ethic and stuff like that. Instead of teaching them how to harass people and get customers in a illegal way. I don't do that, okay? So don't try to include me in something that I don't even practice, So, yeah.